Part 5. Selection and Erection of Equipment. This section of BS7671 outlines the requirements for selecting and erecting electrical equipment to ensure safety and proper functioning. It is broken down into 6 chapters, 51 through 56. 5.1 Chapter 51, Common Rules. Chapter 51 provides the common rules that are relevant to all other chapters in Part 5. These rules are fundamental to ensuring that all equipment is selected and installed in a way that complies with the regulations and provides for the safety of people and property. 5.1.1 Explain the application of common rules to all other chapters of Part 5. Chapter 51 contains information relevant to all other chapters in Part 5. Chapter 52 Wiring Systems. Chapter 53 Protection, Isolation, Switching. Chapter 54 Earthing Arrangements. Chapter 55 Other Equipment. Chapter 56 Safety Services. Chapter 51 deals with the selection of equipment and its erection. It provides common rules for compliance with measures of protection for safety, which is all a part for requires appropriate functioning for the intended use. Every item of equipment must be selected and erected to allow compliance with the regulations stated in this chapter and the relevant regulations in other parts of BS 7671. 5.1.2 Discuss compliance with regulations and manufacturer's instructions, equipment selection and suitability, accessibility for maintenance, and equipment identification. The common rules in Chapter 51 cover several key aspects. Compliance with regulations and manufacturer's instructions. Every item of equipment must comply with the relevant requirements of the applicable British or harmonized standard appropriate to the intended use of the equipment. Equipment must be installed according to the manufacturer's instructions. It should take account of manufacturer's instructions. Equipment selection and suitability. Every item of equipment shall be selected and erected so as to allow compliance with the regulations stated in this chapter and the relevant regulations in other parts of BS 7671. The equipment must be suitable for its operational conditions. If equipment is not covered by a standard or is used outside the scope of a standard, the designer must confirm that it provides at least the same degree of safety. If the equipment has a thermal cycle, the enclosure should allow it. Accessibility for maintenance. Equipment shall be arranged so that there is sufficient space for initial connection and later maintenance, adjustments, and inspection. This includes ensuring that connections can be inspected, tested, and maintained. Equipment identification. Suitable means must be provided for the identification of circuits, their protective devices, switches, and terminals. Conductors must be identified according to specific regulations. By adhering to these common rules, electrical installations can be designed and installed to provide a high level of safety, reliability, and functionality.